little carrots first. I have these from the dollar store. Or, no, I got these at Hobby Lobby, my bad. Hobby Lobby. They're coming apart. The little jute string or whatever this is coming loose, so I'm going to tack that back down. But, I fluffed this one. See this one? I didn't fluff this one. These things are just clumpy. And it don't look very, very good. They're real wide. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I am going to cut them down a little bit. And I know I'm a little late in the game. Maybe you can do this next year if you don't do it this year. But what I'm doing is I'm just going to take these carrots and I'm going to separate. That one ain't even cut. I'm going to separate my this raffia. I think it's stained raffia, and I'm just going to separate it so that the top of them would look a little fuller, and then spread them out so they're not so just, you know, clumped together and looking all frumpy. But anyways, I'm going to do that. Look, this one looks really shabby, like seriously, and it's coming apart. So, you know, you might have to just tack these down and, you know, fix them. I'm saying, you know, a lot. Maybe you know. Anyway, I always decorate my wagon for the seasons, and you saw a picture of the wagon, so that's what I'm doing. But anyways, you just separate those. I'll do that later. I want to make some rustic little carrots to go in with those. So the first ones I know I want to make, I have a lot of fabric right here. And what you're going to need is you're going to need fabric. You can sew these if you want to. I really didn't want to drag the camera all the way over there to the sewing machine. Not all of you have a sewing machine, but you can all get a little glue gun. And Hobby Lobby sells the fabric glue sticks. Surebonder fabric glue sticks. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be gluing these together to make carrots. So I'm going to take my fabric. I have several here. Now, I'm into the homespun and the rustic and things of that nature. If you're not, feel free to make yours with pink fabrics. You know, I got my little rabbit here that's going in my wagon. You can do them with pink fabrics. You can do them with just traditional oranges. If you want just orange carrots, you know, the sky's the limit. The choice is yours. You can do anything you want to do that you put your little mind to. Okay, so whatever size you know, you can have different size carrots. Whatever size you make your fabric is what size your carrots are going to be. And mine is about 6 inches wide. This one is. I'm going to have different sizes. But this one is 6 inches wide, and I'm going to fold it in half. When I fold it in half, I'm going to use this for reference. I want it about the same size as this. So I'm going to take my scissors, my fabric scissors, one pair of fabric scissors, and I'm just going to cut like that right there. Then I'm going to take this fabric and I'm going to fold it in half again. Okay, so you have 4 pieces. And a carrot is smaller on one end. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut at an angle, just to get the carrot form. Now these are little rustic carrots, y'all. They do not have to be perfect, by no means. But then you end up with this. Okay, so I'm going to hold that together. I'm going to take a little bead of fabric glue, I think. Yeah, I can't get this open, y'all. Take a little bead, and I'm using my precision tip glue gun. Y'all, That is so crooked. That is funny. And I'm going to go ahead and do the tip because that's going to be hard to open down there. So what you want to do with fabric glue is mash it down. You have to mash it down in the fibers. Just mash it down in the fibers. Make sure it's in those fibers good. Then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Just a little line of glue. Y'all, the faster I go, the straighter my line is. It's about like my driving. True story. Okay, once that is dry, I'm glad this is only a little Dollar Tree mat, y'all. I can always get those. You need, and I prefer waxed dental floss. I always break my string. I don't know why I'm like that. I don't know if I pull it too tight or what. So then you want to carefully flip your carrot inside out. And you can take your scissors, paintbrush tip, whatever you want, dowel rod to poke your corner out. That's not, I'm going to use my stick, my dowel rod that I got from one of the little stuffing things. Okay. There is my carrot. Okay. You don't have to worry about ironing it because when we stuff it, it's gonna fluff out. So then what you're gonna wanna do, take your string, make sure you have a knot in the end, because if not, you will get angry. And I'm just gonna go in and out, forming a gather stitch. And if y'all hear my music, I am not sorry. I cannot work if I can't hear my music. It makes me calmer, and I have to have it. Okay, so now I got my stitches around it, and that way I can pull it tight and gather it when I put stuffing in here. Okay, so I have polyfill. I buy polyfill. You can use pillows, old pillows. You could take the stuffing out of old pillows. You can use bags. All you do is take your bag, cut it off, stuff it down in there. Just whatever you could think of. I start with little pieces at a time because if you have a big piece, you're not going to be able to poke it down in a corner or something like that. And then I use my little tool to push it down, and I'm just filling this carrot up with fiber. Okay, you can stop right here. You can pull your top and cinch it up and then glue your top to that right there. And it would look like that. I choose not to do that way. I don't like all the bunchiness and my carrot looking flat. So I'm gonna put, ow, the things I do, y'all. Good grief. There's never a dull moment. I cannot talk today. I am having a day, but there's never a dull moment in here, or when you're talking to me, for that matter. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pull taut just a little bit and leave a little hole open in there. Okay, now I have this fern thing from the Dollar Tree to use for a top. I don't really know if I want that on this one. I'll pull one off and I'll show you what it's gonna look like. Y'all, I got scissors for everything and they are all out right here. It is so crazy. Okay, those would be cute. They really would. But this looks more rustic. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I have this rope and I've had it from some DIY thing I was doing. I don't even know. It's got glue all over it. So I'm going to cut the end off where it has glue. Y'all, these scissors are the ones that I use to cut wire and plants and all that. And I need to color code them so that I know not to grab those. Okay, so I'm taking this rope and I want them about that tall. So I'm going to cut this off, maybe. Again. Oh, well, that went easy. Praise the Lord. Okay, so I'm going to shove this down in this hole. I'm going to glue it. I'm not going to use fabric glue this time. I have my regular Surebonder glue. Well, I've got like 6 or 7 of those little glue guns. Okay, I don't want glue on the outside, so I'm going to stick that in there and push it down, and then I'm going to draw my fabric up around. You have got to be kidding. Okay, you're just going to want to pull your string to make it tight around that, and try to make sure that you poke your stuffing down in there so it's not sticking out at the top, you know. And just pull it tight. And then I'm going to pinch. I'm pinching this because I got that tight while I secure my knot and my thread. You just make a loop. Now I'm going to do it in the thread. Bring it up. Go through the thread. Pull taut. Taut, tight, tight, taut, whatever. Okay. Now you can take that and shove it down in there more, and you won't be able to see it. Now, that looks kind of funny. So I'm going to undo this, and I'm going to undo all of my rope pieces. It would be like putting jute string in there, except this is way easier to separate. And then you have a little country carrot that you can put in your tiered trays, wagons, whatever. And there's my little carrot. My hair's too tall. I'm trimming my hairs, or whatever you call these things. I guess it would be the greenery on a traditional carrot, but I don't make traditional carrots and things. I make country. So there's my first little carrot. That was so easy, y'all. And if you want to, you can, you know, just bend it around and shape it, because carrots ain't perfect, and that's so stinking cute. So I'm going to take a makeup sponge that I got from a pack in the Dollar Tree, and my distressed ink vintage photo, and I'm going to lightly tap the ink pad, just lightly, and I'm going to brush it down my carrot, just highlighting it and just making it look older and worn and rustic. You can coffee or tea stain these, you know, just to suit whatever. You can leave them alone and let them look like they look. I never leave stuff alone and let it look like it looks. Okay, that's the way my carrot turned out, and that's the way I like it. I'm gonna make several of those carrots to decorate my wagon. Okay, so the little carrots are done. They're all done. They're distressed. I even distressed the ticking fabric. I just want them to look dirty, you know, like they just come out the garden. These are rope that I done in the first ones, but these green ones are, I used this jute twine from the Dollar Tree. It comes in the garden section, and I just took it and wound it around my hand and then cut it, and it was a long strip, and then I just tied a knot in the middle. I cut the end and then tied a knot in the middle. Then I just folded it in half and glued that down in there, and that's where the green came from on those carrots. But anyways, those are done. Moving on. You're gonna need a salt shaker from the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 2. And I'm gonna take my salt shaker and I want to paint it white. That way I don't have to stuff nothing in there, and it'll just be painted. Y'all, this another tip. I'm gonna have a whole tip video one time to tell you tricks and things that you could do that will help you out. But this is just a makeup brush from the Dollar Tree, actually. And you don't have to really, well, you can put Mod Podge on your glass and that will help your paint stay better, but I am not putting a layer because, you know, it's just a little rinky-dink little thing I'm gonna stick in my wagon. So this will probably take 2 coats paint, and I'm not worried about painting this because I'm gonna put something up there. I'm gonna put jute on there, so it will stick to the glass better than it will the paint. But I'm gonna take my brush here. I got these at the Dollar Tree. They're great they're the rough kind for distressing. Waverly wax. Do a little shaky. I like everything looking dirty, y'all. I don't know. I just like that distressed, dirty look. Okay, I'm just going to take and just lightly go down, up and down my little bottle here. Salt shaker, whatever. And I'm going to just make it dirty. You can do this as heavy or as light as you want to. It's yours. It's up to you. You don't even have to distress it. You can leave it all white if you want to. That's up to you too. It's yours. Make it how you want it. Some things in life you can't have what you want, but when you're crafting, you can do what you want. Alright, so it's distressed. Okay, I'm going to take this jute twine. I got this from the Dollar Tree. It's new in their Crafter Square section. I'm going to take my favorite Loctite super glue gel, and I am putting not that one, it won't fit I got a fat thumb, I have to use these. But anyways, I'm gonna put that on because I don't want to stick to this, y'all. And I know me, I will. Look at that, I just about stuck my finger without the protector on it on the stupid glass, because that's just me. Let me get this off so I don't super glue my finger to my finger. Y'all, we had a class at the church and I taught, and we were making something similar to this. Okay, now I'm just going to put, hold on, my glue gun's had a fit. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there, if it'll come out. and I'm gonna tack my thing to that, and I'm just gonna wrap it around. Okay, so we were gluing at the church, making something cute, and apparently a lot of people hadn't messed with super glue a lot. Okay, so we had one girl, bless her heart, I love her to death, but she super glued her fingers together. She was super glued to the project. She was super glued to herself, and we were just, I got scared actually because I didn't know if it'd come off, but it did. But then we was all laughing because it was so funny. She even laughed, thank God, but true story. Things happen. But anyway, just keep wrapping. You'll have to put glue on your jute to wrap it around here. Look at that. All that came back off. Would y'all look? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to put my jute right here. Crossover. I guess that's one way to do it. Just pile it on. I better hush. Y'all, I hope I don't burst out in song in one of these videos. I don't sound good, but I love to sing. Okay. I think I'm done. It's just gonna look shabby because you can't help it with these tracks in this jar. So I'm now going to snip it off. Run my fingers around, get all that excess glue off, like that right there. And I'm done. Okay. Now, I've got these little flowers. Y'all know me and my little flowers. I know I want these in there. They just set right down in there. So I'm going to take all these, cut them off, and put them down in there. They're just so cute. It looks just like a little thing full of wildflowers. So these have to come off. Am I going to keep them? You bet your honey I am. I'm a hoarder, y'all. Keep everything. So I'm just going to take some off. Oh, I've been forgetting my little doodads when I do that. I have to pick them off, put them in there. Down in there. Lord, I've done took breaks, y'all, and I still can't talk. It's life. I thought I might want some of these in there too, but I'm not sure. So I cut some of these apart and took some of these stems off because it wasn't allowing me to pile them down in my jar. So I'm going to put these back in there. Oh, that's much better. You know you're in the South when stuff is much better. It's much better down in there. Anyways, have fun with that, y'all. I don't really care. I don't care. It is what it is. It's what I always say. I don't need these Southern words. Sometimes I just make up my own. There was another one. My own. Yeah, they're kind of cute in there. Oh, I didn't mean to do all that right there. I'm going to have them poking to the out. I'm going to add some little yellow ones. Just because I think that's just an added bonus in my little flower jar. And my salt shaker. Whatever. I like to do things in threes if I'm doing like this. Just, I don't know why. I just think that it needs to be that way. I don't know about that, y'all. Oh yeah. I like, oh no. We had an accident. The arranging is, to me, the hardest part. I can shove them all in a hole, you know. It's spreading them around and getting them to look right is the hard part. Okay. So it looks like this. So I'm going to take and make a little, that's too thick. This one is thicker than this one. So I'm going to use the thinner one. And I'm just going to make a little, go around 3 fingers. This is 2 fingers, y'all. It's the new 2 finger. Go around there. And then, okay. I used to make hair bows. I still do for my granddaughters at times. Not so much, but anyways, you can get these at Hobby Lobby. I think you can get them at Walmart. But they have the hole in it. So I just put them around my bow. Put them around my bow like so. Okay. Then I'm going to take my twine. And I'm going to go in the hole. And bring it up. And I can tie this off without having to hold it. Because Lord knows I am not no good at holding something that little in my hand. And then you just snippy that off. Fandangle your bow around here and make it cute. Oh, don't pull. Alright, so we have a little bow, and I am just going to, well, I'm going to super glue, because if I hot glue that, it will not stay. So, Lord willing, I won't get my fingers in this, y'all, but I'm going to put a dot of super glue, and it is soaking in the burlap. Looks like somebody went around through here with a weed eater or lawnmower and blew stuff all over the table. That's alright. There is my little flowers for my wagon. Okay, so this is my last project for my tray, I think. I'm not sure. But anyways, I got these tags at the Dollar Tree. I think you can find them at Hobby Lobby too. Maybe Walmart. I'm not sure. But they weren't this color. I went ahead and used my Waverly wax. And I stained this. And I stained half of these beads. So for this one, I'm going to need a tag, beads, small jute twine from the Dollar Tree. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use a key or a cross. And I printed out this little bunny, Peter Rabbit. Printed him out. I'm going to go ahead and cut him out. I'm using these little, things for your fingernails. These scissors. Right now I'm just, doing the basic, get my paper out of the way cut. Alright, so I'm just going to cut. These are easier scissors to go around, because they're very, very thin. And I don't really want a lot of the white showing. Y'all, I got to bring this up to my face because I cannot see. I could have printed this on, actually I printed it on vellum, and that did not work. When the Mod Podge hit the vellum, it took my stuff off, and it just looked horrible. I am serious. It looked horrible. It peeled my paint up, or my ink, and was just a stinking mess. So that was a scratch. That's when I went ahead and stained my little tag right there. But anyway, I could have printed it on tissue paper, but I just printed it on paper since it didn't work with vellum. I've also printed on clear sheets, and I've printed on fabric. I've printed on all kinds of things. Printed on wood. I could have sublimated this, but I wanted to show something that you could do if you didn't have a sublimation printer. Now, I'm going to go spray this with a light coat of hairspray because that keeps the helps keep the ink from bleeding when you put the Mod Podge on it. Okay. I am using my favorite glue right here, which is backwards to you. Scotch. I got this on clearance. I don't even know if you can find it anymore. But instead of trying to do that rabbit, I'm just going to put the glue on the tag because it makes it easier to me. Now it's starting to rain. I'm going to try to center that as best I can and push him down and just make sure he's all stuck. While that's drying, I am going to string my beads. I don't know how much jute cord I'm going to need, so I'm just going to leave it on there, and I'm going to put glue on here. I'm going to lick my fingers. Y'all don't have to do that if you don't want to. It'll keep you from sticking and burning. Okay, now I have a little thing. So that's stained, so I'm going to use an unstained bead first, and then a stained bead. Y'all, this needs to be a little bit further down. Now that's better. So unstained, stained, unstained, stained, and I'm just going to alternate this until I am done. I have my beads strung. Now I'm going to put a layer of Mod Podge just to seal my rabbit down on my tag here. So I'm just going to put a layer of Mod Podge. This is matte Mod Podge. It'll dry clear. Okay, so normally you would take your string and go around one bead and go back up and have a string where you could tie it to this, you know, loop it around and then make a snag. I know what I'm saying. You probably have no idea. In other words, you would have one like this, and you would take it and put it through here and then run your beads through it. But I can't do that because my little bead holes, I've had these beads forever, but the holes are so small, it barely has room for the bead to go through. So I'm just going to have to take mine and run it around and tie it towards the back and make that knot stay, because I don't even think I could run that back up through my beads. Oh, maybe I could. Oh, see? It will some. These holes don't even match up, y'all. These beads, seriously, they've been in my stash of craft supplies for an eternity. I really don't know. I've been, like I said, I've been crafting for 10 plus years, and I've had them for a long time. Okay, so that's the way that goes. And after consideration, I really, really want this cross on there. I should do the key so that he could have the key to the gate. But he's not. Oh, I really want to do the key. I'm going to do the key. I'm not doing a cross, I'm doing the key. God help me. So I'm going to run this through this hole. Maybe. And I'm leaving it just like it is. The color matches. And everything. So I'm just going to push it up and tie this key around on the end of my little beads here. You can't pull too hard because this is not wood, it is chipboard, and it will rip and break. But these keys came in a set from the Dollar Tree, and their little die cuts that they have there. And then I'm just going to cut it off, and I don't want it to come undone, so I'm going to put a little dab of glue. Get my wet fingers down here so I don't get burnt, and push it together. And there is my key on my beads. Okay, so let's get this tray and this wagon, and decorate this thing. My tray. I don't even know what I'm decorating anymore. Alrighty. So I'm gonna take my rabbit, and y'all, this is so funny. I want her to sit down, and I didn't want to have to put a prop behind her. So I had to almost glue her legs to her belly with hot glue to get her to sit up in this thing. But you know what? You do what you gotta do, right? Do what you gotta do. Okay, then I'm going to put my little flowers in here. I kind of don't like my stuff crowded, so I am just gonna lay things in here the way I see fit. And I forgot my other little carrots. Okay, so I'm just gonna scatter these carrots around in here. Like I said, I don't like it real crowded, so we'll see. She's just gonna be in a carrot frenzy here. And then we'll put this one back here. Okay, that's the way I want her. And then I'm just gonna take these beads and just layer them around my wagon. I think I really want that little cross in there, y'all. I do. I don't know where I put it. Oh, I put it right here. I'm just gonna put that right there on her, just because she can hold it. And I'm done. Well, that was fun. I always love decorating my trays and my wagons and stuff like that around my house. But anyways, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.